Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be getting into another one of our topics of discovery. Information that we've talked about so many times before, but as we get newcomers to the ministry, we want you all to know that we are all about putting out the truth, right? And sometimes the truth has to be sorted out because the world has been swamped with so many lies, and we have to combat those lies continuously, right? Again, they use the media to put lies out into the world, so we are going to use the truth, right? Notice the media is something that is made up of modern images, modern video, all of that. But if walls could talk, they would be saying a whole lot of stuff right now. I'm going to be sharing a video clip with you as well. Okay. Yes, family. I love the fellowship as well. And I love revealing the truth. I love being a part of the truth revealing mission, because we have been taught so many lies throughout history that a lot of people are believing those lies, right? Because not enough people are coming forth with the truth. And so you can't let the lie just hang there in the air so long without coming with the truth and say, no, let me set the record straight on some things, right? Especially for our young people. Young people, more than any time ever that I can remember in my lifetime, they are hit with so much media. They have their little iPads and their little phones with videos. They have the internet in their computers. They have television, they have movies, they have all kinds of devices to connect them to a world that is more than happy to share lies with them, right? That's right, Jewel. It is indoctrination, not education. But if walls could talk, Brother Nilante, we still have the video clips and images that you've shared with us as well. And of course, we definitely want to do that, like I said, some real justice when the time comes. We appreciate the sharing. Anyway, if walls could talk, they would say a whole lot. So right now you have a people, I mentioned the other day that you have people who say that they were slaves in Egypt. Now, I don't even need to mention the names of these people, but they attach themselves to some of our ancient sufferings to try to validate themselves today. But if we do some digging, all you got to do is let the walls talk, right? That's all you have to do. Not just let somebody say something to you or tell you that this is that or that is this, right? That's frustrating for some of us to see people, especially whining about some of the things that they had to endure in the land of Egypt as slaves. And I'm looking at the slaves on the wall. We're looking at them, y'all. Those are the slaves that were in Egypt, right there. The Shemitic 12 tribes, right there on the wall. You see that? But you have people today trying to attach themselves to that. Thank you, Ironworks, for the super chat. You're referencing a book, The Lost Boys of Bird Island. I'll try to save that over in another tab to look up later. But again, you have people who are trying to attach themselves to the suffering of our people in ancient times to try to validate themselves today. But look at the scripture. It gives you a lot of clues. Let me bring this fella up for you. Y'all remember what Yahuwah said, right? He says, and I will send a strong delusion. I will send a strong delusion so that people can believe a lie, because they had not a love for the truth. Had not a love for the truth, but pleasure in unrighteousness. Y'all see? They don't have a love for the truth. They have pleasure in unrighteousness. So he had to send a strong delusion, because these people, a lot of folk couldn't function in a world where they believed that the people of the book looked like this right here. Most people can't function in a world where they believe that Yahusha, the one who the world calls Jesus, came forth out of the loins of these people right here. That's right, Unity. There is a narrative that a lot of Christians try to push, saying that physical Israel is gone, that they're no longer here. They go against the very Bible that they claim to read. Because the Most High said he was not going to utterly destroy his people. So what about that scripture for those who say that physical Israel no longer exists? That amazes me, that people claim to be Bible thumpers, but they don't even realize that the scripture says he's not going to utterly cast his people away. Right? But anyway, here's the strong delusion again. There it is. The Most High said I have to send it. He said he has to send it so that people can believe a lie. Now, you might say that it's not fair. Huh? Wow. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Now, some people just can't accept the truth. Even if it comes beating them over the head, they can't take it because it's too hard to deal with. I'm going to share with you all a quick video clip as well. And you're going to see why they overprice certain books. They price them so high because they don't want you stringing together nothing, no information. They don't want you to string it together, right? Let me get the strong delusion off the screen. Boom, gone, out of there. There's Judah right there. And the other 12 tribes. Or should I say the 12 tribes. There they are right there. Thank you, Bike, for the Bike Litit. I don't know if I'm saying that right. For the super chat. I appreciate it. But anyway, if walls could talk, they'll tell you, look, you don't have to keep listening to people say who is who. Just look at the walls. The walls are speaking. The walls are telling the truth. The ancient walls are telling the truth. AB in the chat says there was a book that cost $14,000. Now they price them this high, trying to say that they are ancient books, and so this is why they cost so much. Jewel says there are some books that cost $1,500. Yeah, there are some books that cost a lot of money, right? They get these books so high because they don't want average people to get their hands on them, right? Anyway, take a listen at this video clip. And of course, I'll be right back. You're going to see why they price this stuff so high. They price it this high because they are trying to hide the truth, not only from us, but from the whole world. Here it is.
History, right, not hate.
The picture history of Jewish civilization. Now, this video is not intended for hate or hate speech. I'm just showing pictures. That is all. Okay, and I bought this book used. Apparently, the previous owner had it in 1971. Jewish sources. Right here in the contents, we have Hebrews in the biblical period, Babylon, and so forth. This is quite interesting. Number 6, an independent Jewish kingdom in Central Asia. And we have the Khazars. Okay. Now let's look at what the Hebrews of that time period looked like. As you can see, a Semitic person of color, Semitic prisoner painted on terracotta. Okay. As we can see, 2 Semitic Hebrew or Israelite women. You can see the hoop earring, the nose, the broad lips, etc. Woman of color. As we can see, a man with an afro, whatnot. Okay, people of color. Same thing over here. People of color with the afros doing their tasks and whatnot. Right here we have the Pharaoh. The Egyptians became familiar with a horse and wagon after the victory of the Hyksos in the beginning of the long period, 1730 through through 1580 BCE, the rule of the Asiatic peoples of the land of the pharaohs. Okay. See that? Same thing right here. Now let's skip a couple pages and look at, I thought this picture was quite interesting as well. Okay. As we can see, here's a Israelite or Hebrew. And when we zoom in, we can look at his features. We see we got the woolly, kinky hair, the beard, and so forth. Same thing over here as well. So, that's all I wanted to share.
In the ancient synagogue that has been restructured and rebuilt, here lies the truth that many seek after. Inside this restored synagogue, there are pictures everywhere. Historical evidence is right before my eyes. This extraordinary building has much to be desired. Here inside the synagogue, known as the synagogue of Hamim Binto, we find some very interesting pictures of the Jews of Magador. Upon closer examination of the four pictures, it is clear to see that the Moroccan Jews of the past were highly melanated beings. Here we see black Jews walking through the Medina. Below we see these same dark-skinned Israelites at the Bab el-Masa in Magador, which was built in 1769 during the reign of Muhammad bin Abdullah as part of the reconstruction of the fortification of the city. As you can see, there is an engraved inscription above the arch as to when and who constructed this forted gate. In this recent picture of the same door, a close and more detailed inscription can be seen. This picture isn't quite as clear. However, the fourth picture clearly depicts these ancient Israelites who lived in the Medina as melanated people. Wanting to understand more about the pictures, I asked the Guardian, who was unwilling to go on camera, to inform me of what these pictures represent. These were his words.
Is Muslim Jewish together.
Muslim Jewish together.
That's avant le 12e guerre.
I was not at all surprised by the Guardian's statement. From a Quranic point of view, the term Muslim, meaning one who submits, predates Muhammad. It was time to explore the rooms. In the corner, there was another picture of these black Jews at the Bab el-Masa, and an even more fascinating one on the wall in this dark room.
Okay, so I want to say to those who it pains to see this kind of information, you got to ask yourself, why would this truth anger you or bother you to the point where you want to rewrite it or reroute it? Huh? I wouldn't want to attach myself to something. And then we have an increasing number of people that are saying that so-called black people are trying to steal their history, but then they don't want to give, or should I say, the explanation that they give for this image you see on the wall right here don't make no cotton picking sense, right? I told you there was one website many years ago when we were putting together the Whited Out documentary series. There was one website where this woman was saying that the ancient Egyptians were white and they never portrayed themselves on the walls of Egypt. They only put their servants on the walls of Egypt, but they wouldn't put themselves. Thank you, Ellen, for the super chat. I appreciate it. And I said to myself, so anything to say that they weren't black. These were the slaves there, right? And even the kings and the pharaohs and all of them portrayed themselves on the walls. They come up with any explanation to try to explain away ancient history, right? So I wanted to remind you all of this as well. I shared this not too long ago, but even on Wikipedia, when you look at slavery in ancient Egypt, okay, it shows you some of the images, right? Look at these people. Look at the slaves, right? Not just that. That's a stone image. But look at this. It says a figurine from Egypt of a Semitic slave. Whose ancestors do that look like? It don't look like the people in the land today, right? In Egypt, you have people that have been whited out. Although the descendants of black people are still there, but this is a Semitic slave in ancient Egypt. Our ancestors. Look at this image here. Same thing. Same thing. Look at that. These are dark melanated people, but there is an effort. There is a great effort to flood the world. Not with opinions, but with lies. They are doing this intentionally. Doing it intentionally. So, y'all keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as you teach your children. Hold on one second. I'm looking up something right now. Right there. Okay, so I want to share this really quick as well. First Maccabees. Okay. It was said here as well. First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48. Right? Again, there's a cover-up of history. It's happening, right? It says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likenesses of their images. They wanted to white out biblical history, so they, not only did they think to change times and laws, but they laid open the book of the law, wherein they sought to paint the likenesses of their images, because they knew they had to bamboozle the world. And so the Most High allowed this, though. He said he was going to send what? The strong delusion. The people right now, they can accept this right here. You see the strong delusion? They can accept this. This is acceptable to them. But the truth is such a hard pill to swallow that many of them would rather die and go to hell than to accept the truth. So the Most High said, okay, I got a solution for that. I'm going to send you a strong delusion. Right? But because many accept the strong delusion, I'm going to answer your questions when you're ready to do that video. Many accept that strong delusion because it feels good to the flesh. They don't care about their soul. It doesn't matter what you do for this flesh at the end of the day. At the end of the day, your soul is what matters. Everybody trying to preserve this flesh as long as they can. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to keep yourself healthy and taking care of your body and all of that. But many are trying to preserve their existence in this flesh body, in this flesh realm, without tending to their soul. Right? If you have your mind flooded with lies and deception and wickedness, why would you want to carry that kind of baggage around when Yahusha, the one who the world calls Jesus, says, my yoke is easy and my burdens are light? Talking about the truth, y'all. Talking about the truth. So let's count it all joy, family, as we continue on this truth finding and truth exposing mission. We need this truth. The whole world needs it. Right? A lot of people know it. Many accept it. Those who cannot accept it, we have to understand that their hearts have been hardened. Their hearts have been hardened. And all we can do is speak the truth for those who may have been asleep or still asleep and keep it moving. Okay? Listen up, family. I love you all and I thank you for your time. I love to reveal the truth. I love this fellowship. And normally I go a whole lot longer than this, but my husband is up from his nap now. On Shabbat, we try to get rest, and it's that time, so I gotta go. Love you all. Thank you for your time. Until the next video, I'm out. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.